All right, fantastic. We'll start with Gustavo.
Jaden, what are your preparation? What did you, how can I say, try to train between this COVID period, this off season to be ready to play this season for Tennessee?
Can you repeat that question one more time, please?
Of course. I'll say, what did you try, to prepare yourself? What are your strategies to use during this off season, during COVID times, to be ready for the season?
Well, the biggest thing from high school and college is probably the speed of the game and stuff like that. So biggest thing I've been working on is conditioning, trying to get in the best shape possible.
And are you excited to play in Thompson Bowl Arena in less than 2 weeks? The first game being on November 25th. How excited you are to finally play for Tennessee?
Yeah, this has been one of my dreams since I was a little kid, to be able to play on a big arena like this and a great school like Tennessee. So being able to go out there with my teammates and just finally have my first college experience, I'm looking forward to that.
Go to David Pascal and Ben McKee.
Jaden, when you committed to Tennessee and signed with Tennessee, I'm sure you kind of had an idea of what your first few weeks and months would be like. With the coronavirus, how different has that been from just the vision that you had of what college would be like at the start?
Well, really, because of COVID, that's something that impacted not just me, impacted all college athletes. But I feel like I would say Tennessee, I feel like we're one of the more fortunate schools because it didn't hit us too hard. So we still got to be able to come in here over the summer and got working as a team, and we got after it every day since then.
And what's it been like coming in with Keon? He said you kind of school him a good bit in Madden when y'all play. What's that been like, just the two of y'all and the bond y'all are forming?
Well, yeah, that's like me and Keon, we're roommates, so we with each other almost every day. So being able to just hang around him and getting to know him more than we did before, that's something pretty big because we compete on the court and we can chill with each other off the court, like he said, play Madden or whatever. So just good relationship to have.
I was also going to ask you about your relationship with Keon. I know both of you came in kind of in a similar situation, highly regarded, playing the same position. How has that been with y'all's relationship? And has he maybe surprised you? I know you knew that he was highly ranked as well, but has he maybe surprised you with his ability?
Well, I've known Keon for a little minute now. We even played with each other on the AAU back in 8th grade, so I know him for a minute. But in practice and stuff like that, he definitely does surprise me sometimes because he's great talent. He's high jumping and stuff like that. So being able to watch him is fun.
Jimmy Himes and Ryan Shumpert.
Jaden, the biggest adjustment from high school to where you are now, is it the speed of the game or is it learning the Tennessee system?
Well, pretty much it can go both ways. From high school to college is definitely a big difference with the speed and the pace of the game and stuff like that. Then also just learning, when you come to college, you got to learn new stuff, learn new offensive. You're really starting to build your IQ for the game. So that's definitely a big help.
And also, how impressed have you been with the talent you're surrounding with? You mentioned Keon, but there are also some other really good players on the team, Apons, Fulkerson, et cetera. How impressed are you with your surrounding talent?
Well, yeah, like you said, Eves, Folky, pretty much everybody on the team can really go. Everybody's really skilled. So being able to compete with them every day is definitely going to make you better.
Hey, Jaden, how would you describe your offensive game?
Well, I feel like I can create for my teammates. I can drive, I can attack space, and really open things up for me and everybody else that's on the court with me.
Rob Lewis and Grant Ramey.
Jaden, how much do you think it helped you to be prepared for college with playing at a place like IMG with virtually every guy you played with was a high major player and played against a lot of those guys too. Just how big of a head start do you think that gave you?
Yeah, it's, being able to go to a school like IMG and be able to play with other top talented guys is definitely a big help. So you're kind of used to having other people you can count on and not having to do everything by yourself. So that's been definitely helped me with this transition so far.
Jaden, obviously the backcourt's pretty crowded. What sets you apart? What makes you different from these other guards?
Really, I feel like on the defensive end, I can get down, I can lock up on defense, and then also on the offensive end, I can still I can score the ball, I can create open shots for my teammates and stuff like that. So I feel like I can I'm pretty good on both sides of the ball.
Mike Wilson, and Kelly Stitz.
Yeah, Jaden, you just kind of described it, but when you're coming in as, you know, a guy with a 5-star rating and used to being such a big time player and everything, how do you figure out your role and kind of feel out the roster and figure out how exactly you fit in with everything?
We really just got to see, just look at everybody else around you, see how they play, figure out what you can come on the court and do to help to make the team better. You got to look to lift the team and not really do anything that's going to kind of bring everybody down, nothing like that.
And both you and Keon said that defense is a place where you feel like you can make a mark. Do you think that's different? I mean, for guys that were so highly rated as recruits to have such a defensive mindset coming into college?
But really, I don't really know how everybody else thinks, but for me, I've always been one that wants to play defense, not let the other team score or let anybody just get easy free points on you and nothing like that. So that's just really always been my mindset.
Hey, Jaden, a quick follow-up to Mike's question. What sort of impact do you hope to make on the team this season?
Well, I definitely want to be able to get out there and compete with the team and be able to help the team win games and just give it my all every time I step on the court.
And has there been a teammate of yours that you maybe look up to or has kind of helped you along with your development so far?
Well, really, it's been a few guys on the team that's definitely helped me throughout practice and through anything we've been going through. Like, I could say Ticket, Josiah, Folky, Eves, everybody, those guys who talking to me, let me know like what to do, what I should have did, stuff like that. So being able to have teammates like that is definitely gonna help you become a better and smarter basketball player.
Thank you.
Ryan Shumpert and Jimmy Himes.
How much time have you spent playing point guard in practice, and how much did your kind of year at IMG, where you were around a lot of really good players and were kind of in that facilitator role, help prepare you for playing some point guard at the college level?
Yeah, I definitely last year IMG definitely helped me, and being able to come here, I could take that to another level now. Being with Coach Barnes, he's definitely big on the point guard spot. So being able to get those reps in practice and when we scrimmage and get up and down, that's definitely a big help for whenever the game comes around.
Jaden, who's the better defender, you or Keon Johnson?
Well, I don't really know. That's not really up for me to say, but we just let y'all decide that. We both can get after it. We both dogs on defense, so.
Do you think that makes you better? You kind of compete to see who's the better defender?
Yeah, I don't think we really look at it to see who's better than who at that, but we just know that we both can go out there and compete and get the job done on defense.
Also, just talk about what it's like to be coached by Rick Barnes.
Oh yeah, Coach Barnes, he really knows the game of basketball. Like I've never had a coach like him, so being able to play under him and just keep learning the game from what he's showing us, that's definitely a big thing for me.
Grant Ramey and Rob Lewis.
Jaden, how do you feel about the chemistry level with all these guards? It doesn't matter who you're on the floor with. You feel like you have success, whether it's, VJ, Keon, Santi, Josiah, all those guys.
Well, yeah, I feel like I've been around these guys every day, so I know how good they are. I know I can go out there and play with each one of them. I feel like we all know each other pretty well by this point, so yeah.
Jaden, you mentioned playing for Coach Barnes, and I know you'd seen practices and talked to current players. You knew what you were getting into, but did you have a moment where like he went after you, you're like, wow, that just happened? Was there one of those?
Yeah, I feel like everybody on the team get those. You know it's coming because if you do something wrong or you don't, when it's coming because you messed up. You should have did something else when you did a certain play. So you gotta get prepared for it. Just don't take it for the way he's saying it. Like you gotta listen to what he's actually saying. So because he knows what he's talking about. He just wants the best for you and the best for the team. So just go with that.
Trey.
What college experience so far for you? What's that been like trying to navigate between classes, between practice, nutrition, and whatnot? How's that going so far, and the future?
Well, it's been pretty good for me because we got a great staff, great people around us, so they really help us out with finding out where we need to go, what we need to do, and all the stuff we need to get done. They make it pretty easy for us.
What aspirations for you this year to get better at your game? What would those be in I guess it's championship or bust, right, for you guys?
I mean, I wouldn't say championship or bust, but I feel like with the talent we have and this team that we have, we could definitely take it all the way if we play up to where we're supposed to.
All right, we'll take one more final call for questions for Jaden. We'll go ahead with finish up with Mike and then Grant.
Yeah, Jaden, we talk a lot about you and Keon, but tell me about Cory Walker. I mean, what's his strengths? What's he able to bring to the court that we might not know about?
Cory Walker, that's another one of me and Keon roommates. He'd be with. Oh, excuse me.
No worries.
What do you have to do at 2 o'clock?
Cory Walker, he's our roommate also. He's with us every day too. So we done seeing him grow since when we first got here too. So his main thing with him is probably his size, and he can move. He can play from the 3, the 2, the 4 even. So he's a guy who can pretty much do it all.
Jaden, were you ever worried that this season wouldn't happen after the way last season ended, after all the stuff the NBA had to do to play? Were you ever worried that you might not get to play here?
When I was over quarantine early in this year, that's something I was worried about. But seeing how things going now, I feel like we're getting a lot better, and there's more precautions and stuff that we can do to be able to keep playing while this COVID is going on. So I feel like we're going to take care of what we need to so we can have a season.
Thanks, Jay.
All right, Jaden, appreciate you. Thanks for your time. Guys, everybody, thanks for jumping on. We'll talk to you guys soon.
Thanks, Jaden. Thanks, Thomas.
All right, see you.